1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. Class is in session, and today we're calling a teacher into the principal's office of the Suspool for having her phone out in class, building a mega viral platform, cussing out students, and publicly begging brands for sponsorships.
I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah, it feels personal at this point. It really does.
But when we look closer at her permanent record, is she just an underpaid teacher trying to educate the masses while asking for a little help?
If you are from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch.
Or is she blurring the line between educator and influencer and bringing out the most entitled sides of the internet in the process?
You should be embarrassed. Is it okay to treat me like shit? Ben, is it okay to treat me like shit?
Miss Noel, please report to the principal's office. Miss Noel, please report to the principal's office. I've always wanted to do that. Oh, hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the dark waters of the Suspool, the place where everything and everyone is sus, maybe even us. Come on in, the water's fine. Welcome back, Susperians. I hope you've got your permission slip signed and your lunch pail packed, because today we are embarking on a field trip to the Suspool, traveling down to the shoreline of entitlement and whole grain audacity to see if we can learn a little something from the natural wonder that is this emerging species, the teacher influencer. Okay, this is happening and I have many thoughts. We're gonna start here first, okay? So,
Are you kidding me? I asked for no tomatoes and no cucumbers, and what do they give me?
if you're new here, hi, welcome to my second channel. On my main channel, Swoop, I do full-length deep dives, and over here, we don't. We dip. We dip into the dark waters of the Suspool where everything is unhinged, so welcome to the chaos. And also, yes, I see the comments where you're like, Swoop, we just dip here, and then I put out an hour video. Okay, I get it. Okay, sometimes I just can't help myself. Today we'll try it. We'll try to do it again. Okay, so if you're into mind-bending or twisted tales or sometimes just having a giggle at dumb shit, the world is a hellscape and nearly everyone has lost the plot, subscribe to this channel, bring a towel, tell your friends, and go ahead and pass the like button and note that says meet me behind the bleachers after class. And then when she goes there, surprise her with a water balloon to the face and then run screaming like a proper rapscallion. Also, you can join our Patreon community for exclusive access to 4 more videos per month, plus the entire back catalog of videos. There is a ton of content on Patreon. Okay, friends, before we dip in, can I just have a moment? I want to talk about something real quick that happened that shook me. So many of you know that I live with chronic illness, so finding not just a doctor, but the right doctor has always felt like this exhausting battle. The researching, the reviews, the endless calling, and the scheduling, it honestly all got so overwhelming that I would procrastinate and put it off, which is obviously not good. And you already know my brain did the bad thing where you search online, you know, symptoms at 2 a.m. and suddenly the internet is diagnosing you with some never heard of incurable thing that doesn't actually exist. Yeah. But then I found the perfect doctor who just got me. And that feeling of finding the perfect fit is everything. And that's why I love today's sponsor, ZocDoc. So a huge thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and for continuing to support our community. Here's the tea. ZocDoc is a completely free website where you can easily search and compare high quality in-network doctors and find the one that feels right for you. Whether you want someone nearby, in-network, or a certain specialty, they have more than 100,000 providers across nearly every specialty, from physical to mental health to dental, eye care, skin care, and so much more. It's literally like a one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs, and it is completely free. The thing I love about ZocDoc is that you can actually see verified patient reviews, detailed doctor profiles, and know if they're right for you before setting foot in an office. And you can even see the doctor's actual appointment openings, choose the time that works for you. You can click and boom, appointment booked instantly. And the best part, besides it being completely free, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, usually within 24 to 72 hours of booking. What, honey? Oh, and did I mention that you don't even have to talk to anyone, okay? Introverts, we are united. ZocDoc makes it easy to find your fit. There's no guesswork, no endless phone calls, no sad dancing to that weird hold music like you're auditioning for a soap commercial. I've used ZocDoc myself, and being able to instantly book the right doctor, the one who truly, truly listens to me, has changed everything for me, and it can for you too. So stop putting it off, honey. Be kind to yourself. Go to ZocDoc.com/swoop2, that's swoop TOO, or tap the link in the description to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/SWOOPTOO to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today, because your health matters, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Okay, everyone, swimsuits on, and let's dip in to the cesspool. Imagine you're scrolling through TikTok after a long school day when all of a sudden, jump scare, your teacher pops up on your For You page. And when you click on her profile to block, because, you know, obviously, what is she gonna grade you on your TikToks to? You quickly discover she's built a massive following and is even 4 semesters deep in controversy, beefing with companies and creators online.
I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah, it feels personal at this point. It really does.
And to make things weirder, almost all of her videos are filmed in the same classroom where she's constantly reminding you your phones aren't allowed.
Are you sure you don't want to put it in here? It's just gonna sit over there until the end of class and you can pick it up before you leave. No? Okay, so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher. So I'm gonna call down to the office, an administrator will come down, they'll bring the school officer, they will escort you out, we'll have a meeting, maybe even with your parents, and administration will then decide what your consequence is. They might decide, this student's on their phone all the time, maybe they should drop it off in the office before school every day and then not pick it up until the end of the school day. How does that sound?
Meet Miss Noelle from Missouri, known online as Noelle Loves Sloth. She's a self-described school lunch connoisseur and one of thousands of teachers who have taken to TikTok in recent years to make relatable teaching content, share tips, and film mukbangs in the classroom.
Ranch, obviously. Ranch, obviously. With ranch, obviously. Ranch, obviously. Ranch, obviously.
Right, so 5 tubs of ranch later, she is sitting on 6 million followers. What am I doing with my life? She's got 6 million followers, people. Listen, here we are. She's got 6 million followers. She's caught between like spreading some, brain rot online that comes with the territory on the Clock app and influencing the youth of America in the classroom, something people seem to not want to do anymore based on my last video about Kelsey Ray.
What in the I got a message from my son's teacher. He's in 1st grade, he's 7 years old. And I got a message from her stating that if he misses 10 consecutive days, then he will be automatically withdrawn from the school. I have never heard this in my life.
Which, speaking of, if you haven't seen my recent video about Kelsey Ray, who thinks parenting is about, shitting on teachers, simultaneously calling them free babysitters while claiming they're trying to control her kids and say school wasn't created for the purpose of education kids.
They act like they own our kids. And I don't know if you guys know this, but look into why the schooling system was ever even created in the first place. It was not to educate our children.
Please don't listen to that. While then pulling her kids out of school to unschool them while basically just having them wash her car and not get a proper structured education.
Day 1 of unschooling, and I've got my kids helping me to clean the car out, teaching them hard work, taking care of the things that you love, that you need. Also, just needed the car clean.
Day 1 of unschooling is child labor. Great, wonderful, we love to see it. You're in for a treat, it's linked below. So back to Noelle and her 6 million on TikTok. With that kind of TikTok following and nearly 1.5 million YouTube subscribers, the ranch is definitely flowing straight into her bank account if you you catch my drift or you catch my chicken wing. So you can imagine why the internet started picking up on the scent of sus the moment she began using her platform to publicly beg, like literally beg for brand deals and for free shit. 6 million followers, 1+ million on YouTube, begging for free shit from brands. Now, I gotta be honest, listen, when I first heard about this story, and it's like kind of been on my desk for a while, I was like, well, a teacher in this economy, listen, I get it. I kind of get it, right? Like, I really seriously very much want teachers to get proper pay. My gosh, educators are so chronically underfunded and just like left out there, it feels like on their own. But I haven't watched all of these clips of her. We'll see how this goes. Because more recently, she had been asking companies to foot the bill for her bachelorette party. Educating us potentially on how to be the most entitled influencer on the internet, all captured in this since deleted video. Okay, so on the screen, we see that she's got this text that says, calling any and all brands who come across this video, please watch, I'll love you forever. What do you mean? Okay, any and all, I'll love you forever is such a unhinged thing to say. It's shit. It's already starting off. It's already starting off bad, and I'm trying to like reserve some fairness here. What do you mean any and all brands? So you literally are saying that you do not care what the brand is. You do not care about whether the brand is good or effective, or, you know, if the product is like safe for people. You have no criteria of the brands that you will and won't work with. Just as long as if any of them give you money or free stuff, then you'll love them forever.
If you're from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch.
She literally says, I beg you. We don't even have to guess if this is begging. She literally underscores, I beg you, with like a nice fist pump behind it. Way to go, I beg you.
I doubt this will get any traction, but I'm just going to try.
Oh, it got traction, honey.
My bachelorette weekend, it's coming up in a couple months and I'm so freaking excited. I'm working on putting some gifts together for all of my guests.
Do we see where this is going?
That are so graciously coming on this trip with me and spending money to be with me. And the way I view this trip is, yes, it's my bachelorette, but like I view it more as like I'm thanking my friends for walking into my life.
You are thanking your friends by having them pay money to come celebrate you getting married, which, you know, people do bachelorette parties, have fun, okay? Be safe, tip the stripper. But like, she constantly is doing this thing of positioning herself as some type of like hero, savior.
Changing my life for the better, being my inspiration, being my motivation.
Then buy them gifts. You want to thank them? Do something nice for them. Buy them something. You have the money. I don't know if she's in the creator program. I don't know, but you know, she's got the followers, the subscribers on YouTube. I think there is money there. I think there could very likely be a lot of money there with her very, very high numbers. Very high numbers.
And just being such great friends to me. So this trip is really a thank you to them because they're spending money to be with me. Some of them are in my wedding and I just love them all so much. So I want to give them the best weekend ever.
I'm still lost as to what does this got to do with brands? It sounds like she's very much like, hey, brands, there's my bachelorette party. Has nothing to do with the style of content that I do. I want to thank my friends for coming to my bachelorette party by you, brands, giving my friends free stuff so that I don't have to pay for it.
Really want their gifts to be amazing. My sister and I have already decided on some things we want to try to give them. But if there's any brands out there that want to take part in some gifting, and I've obviously I will post all about you and love you forever and support you forever. But
that's a wild thing to say. Listen, I get it. I'm trying to be because I think there was a lot of pile on to this. So I'm trying, to curb some of that. Because again, most of us are just, trying to survive in this economy, in this, a landscape that is happening all over the world. You can make a pitch to brands, but I have more respect for creators who do a really creative pitch to a brand and they post it, on their channels for a very specific brand who they love, who they use the product or service, whatever it is, and they love this brand, and then they just it would be a big goal of theirs to work with that brand. I can respect that. It's cool. It's fine. It's creative. You're taking a risk and it can be done very effectively and well. But this is not what that is. This is literally, she's not even pointing out brands that she believes in, that she thinks will be good for her viewers. I don't like that.
Just direct message me if you're interested or you have any ideas. I'm just so excited to thank my girls for sticking with me. So, yeah.
Then thank your girls. It's a really easy way to do that. Thank them. You got 6 million followers, girl. What are we doing here?
No! She does not get a party favor! She does not get a dog!
At this point, though, I'm sure some of you are thinking, look, she's a teacher. She's just trying to hook up her friends with free products in this economy, okay? To be fair, we'll have that other side of the conversation. So it's what's the big deal? And I kind of agree to a degree, sort of, maybe, like, sure, there's nothing wrong with trying to work with brands. That's literally one of the biggest parts of the influencer economy that so many, kids are aspiring towards today. And on the flip side of the perspective, though, the whole point of getting that free product, which she may or may not personally use, that's to be determined. But so far, it sounds like she has no plans of using it, which is to me. Why would you do that? See, this is why influencers can't have nice things, y'all. It's because you're out here doing messy stuff like this in these streets and you're just ruining it. You're ruining it for so many of us who genuinely are working very, 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 very hard at what we do. It's literally midnight right now and I'm filming this. We're working very hard over here. But to be fair, as fair as I can, okay? That's what we do. I could see how one could make the case that she's potentially openly admitting that she's down to peddle her audience whatever product she can get her hands on as long as it's free. I don't know. Is that a grift? Is it just a disingenuous? Is it a grifty, disingenuous grift? I don't. Enter the chat, leave a comment before we go further about how you feel about this. As you guessed it, the comment section was not having it. So let's read some of these. Quote, girl, I think they're supposed to reach out to you. Yes. I mean, it doesn't always have to work that way. People, work with companies in all different types of ways, especially if you've been using a product. I think that I would be a good fit. Then go ahead and do a reach out. Do a reach out directly to the brand, like professionally. You have almost 6 million followers and a full-time job. How can you not reach out to brands and pay yourself? I'm so confused. I mean, so, in true TikTok influencer form, she fulfilled her legally required duty as an influencer and decided to respond to the haters with this follow-up video, which has also been deleted, so she's off to a great start.
Video I made yesterday definitely ruffled some feathers in the comments. Not really sure why. Not doing anything.
How are you not sure why? Respectfully, did you read any of the comments? Why are we doing this? Why are you saying that I will love and praise a brand forever, loyalty forever to some random brand you don't even know for free product? Let's read the on-screen text here. Once again, the haters are taking over my comment section, all because I tried to shoot my shot with brands so I could give back to my amazing friends on my batch. There's like this virtuous element to this of like, I'm just trying to give back. Give back is a wild thing to say, by the way, to gifts to your bachelorette. This isn't like charity work.
Comments in my comment section saying, I'm so embarrassing. I'm so desperate. Why am I doing that? Why am I begging for sponsorships again? I'm not.
You literally were begging. You literally did use the word beg. Just saying.
I'm not begging for sponsorship. I don't understand why when I do completely normal things that all influencers and content creators do. Why?
She's saying that all content creators do this completely normal thing. This is not a normal thing. Just some random pitch in the dark to any brand who's watching. I've never seen a creator do that before.
I follow so many other influencers who do this on a regular basis. And guess what? They get a lot of gifts from brands.
Who and why? And also, what is with this whole like throwing other influencers under the bus? This is something that you did and you're trying to deflect onto other people. Well, other influencers don't get criticized for this.
2 separate influencers who made videos complaining about how they never got invited on tart trips, and now they've both been invited on multiple tart trips. So I don't know why everyone's acting like this is such a crazy thing to do. In the video, I literally talked about how much I love my friends and how I am making gifts for them and I'm already put a lot of my own money into it. And I was just saying that if brands want to be included, that would be so amazing. I'd be so grateful. And to just let me know if they want to gift my friends anything. Literally none of it is for me. My bachelorette trip that I'm planning.
It literally is for you. It's free product given to you so that you don't have to pay for gifts to give to your friends. It could have been an email, okay? That's my motto now. It could have been an email. You could have emailed brands. Instead, you did this. So let's look at some of these comments here. So someone here responded to this and said, I haven't seen influencers make videos asking for PR and free stuff. And she says, I see it every day. Where? Where do you see this every day? I have never seen a video like that ever. DM them behind the scenes. Literally send an email. It could have been an email. Someone else commented, but why do you deserve a tart trip? You don't even wear or use makeup. Regardless if it's for your friends, you aren't a makeup influencer. And that's a very great point. Now, I think she does like wear makeup. What was her response here? I wear Tarte all the time. I used to post about it a lot, but people were bullying me in my comments, so I stopped. Now, I don't know what the context there. No idea. those are beauty influencers, okay? That's literally what they do. That's what they talk about all day long. That's where their hopefully expertise is. And then here's another comment. Haha, girl, you are trying too hard. Privately DM the companies. And she responded. She responds a lot, which is also just like, all influencers are tryhards. What in the bloody, why would you say something like that? I don't understand her going out of her way. You know, she's begging for brands that she doesn't even know who they exist and promising she'll love them forever. They give her free stuff. And then she comes out here trying to blame it on other influencers. Well, other influencers doing this. And then she says all influencers are tryhards. And like, I fucking reject that sentiment. Maybe some, I don't know, are some, I don't know. I don't see the point in just all influencers in the whole creator ecosystem. That's wild to me. I work extremely hard on my content, extremely hard. And people who I follow, people whose content that I watch, I know that they work extremely hard. You know, so saying that all influencers are just a try hard, I don't even know why you would want to push that type of narrative out there. It's not gonna do you any favors. It's not gonna do anyone any favors. They say they're tryhards and extra and doing too much. That's literally how they became successful. Like, shake my head, get a life. Okay, I'm sorry. Looking at an educator, a teacher, where you know your students are also looking at your content and just being out here being nasty, get a life. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, while the majority of her posts are school lunch mukbangs, Noelle's most viral videos, you know, racking up millions of views, center around the relentlessly awkward experience of trying to educate high schoolers. So, you know, bachelorette products might be a little weird. Like this 2024 post with 50 million views.
Okay, class, we're gonna get started. Class, we're gonna start now. Eyes up here. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Thank you.
She's also got this classroom mukbang with 40 million views in which, God forbid, a student interrupts her Nikocado style mukbang before the bell goes off.
So today for lunch I got a salad. Oh, hi. You a little early for class today? What? The bell's about to ring? What? Oh no. Seriously, it's about to ring? How much time do I have? 10 seconds? Oh my God.
Now, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with a teacher making TikToks about, you know, her own life. We see that all the time. Well, okay. Let me put a little framework around here, a little suggestion, okay? Not gatekeeping, just a little suggestion for teacher content. Some of these grown folks maybe sort of kind of probably definitely want to check the content that they put out if their students are actively watching, which they're probably, at least some of them are going to be, because that is a very slippery slope and can become harmful or be used against even the teachers. It can confuse the students. It's a very blurry line. We're not gonna get into all that. Now that I think about it, like, I don't even think that we've ever heard of studies being done, maybe they have been, I just never hear them like publicized, about what happens if a student forms a parasocial relationship, a social media parasocial relationship with their teacher because they watch their teacher on TikTok. Like, I'm just, wow. Have you ever heard of anyone talk about this? Have they done studies on like what kind of impact that could have? Because what bloody hell, like, that sounds like a nightmare that is just lurking in the dark at some point, and it could go very sour very fast. But on the other side, I also think that there's, you know, a value with teachers posting relatable content about their lives as educators. I feel like that humanizes the hard work that educators do even more and can open, hopefully, a healthier dialogue about what teachers go through, and hopefully calm some of the vitriol that I'm seeing, even like politicians just disgustingly use to attack teachers at schools. Like, they, you know, they'll just pick and choose like a teacher or a school itself, an entire school that they decided they didn't like, you know, what books they want to burn this week. And I think that the more we can do to humanize the experience of teachers is really important. Again, if any of you are educators out there, flowers, 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 flowers in the comments. Everyone in the chat, flowers to our educators, our teachers, our teachers' aides, the principals, the staff, the maintenance crew, all of that, keeping our schools running. big applause to you because I can only imagine how tough it is. But for this teacher, turning her account into a part-time job and literally, in her words, begging, she said begging for bachelorette sponsorships wasn't even her first big, TikTok controversy. So let me take you back to her rise to fame. As her following climbed into the millions, the line between teacher and influencer started to blur faster than an uncalibrated smartboard, especially once she found herself at the center of her first major scandal.
Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip with a friend? No way! Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good.
Back in 2023, there was a noticeable vibe shift as Noelle began ticking every box on the Suspool rubric of influencer sus with her first major online beef, including actual beef from Subway. Let's take a look.
All right, we've got today's lunch at school. I got a wrap this time though, just to kind of switch it up. She's thick today. You're kidding me. Are you kidding me?
Okay. She's clearly upset with the sandwich, okay? Hold on to your ass, all right? We've got a sandwich emergency here. Hangry person on the loose.
I asked for no tomatoes and no cucumbers, and what do they give me? Tomatoes and cucumbers.
Listen, I get it, okay? A lot of us have been there, okay? I've been there a time or two. Not that I would post about it on the internets, but I've been there a time or two where, I got a little takeout, a little food. I wanted to eat it, look forward to it, and then the order was messed up, and that sucks. Or it's even worse if they put in some ingredient that you're allergic to, right? That could be a big problem. We get a little hangry moment, all right? I understand that. But then you're posting this to 5-6 million people or however many followers she had at this time. And it's quite literally very, disparaging of the people who put your food together and they're working at Subway, probably trying to do their best in this economy.
I'm literally probably one of their most loyal customers, and they do this to me. Cheers.
Wild to say they do this to me. Oh my gosh, they got the sandwich wrong, and you had to do something as terrible, as gut-wrenching, as laborious as take a cucumber out and put it on the table. And also, I'm just looking at, we're talking about food waste here.
I didn't put mayo on it either.
Oh my gosh. This is just, from one angle, it's it's a video about a sandwich and she's annoyed and she's being annoying about it. Move on. We scroll on. We scroll past it. What are we doing here? Honestly, when I think about this, I miss the days when this was the worst scandal we saw online. Holy shit. What has the world become? I hate it here. In what's now come to be known as Subwaygate. Yes, Subwaygate. This is where we are. E for entitlement. Honestly, y'all, there are some aspects about this that it's just so unserious at this point. I could honestly care less about this in the grand scheme of life. People make mistakes. People do dumb shit. Every single one of us have made mistakes, and I'm just the world is burning. But also, we just, every now and then we need to decompress and have a giggle about shit. For once doesn't start with bigotry and end with war. So let's hear from the employee who actually made the sandwich. Yes, because literally the sandwich artiste came with literal, actual, physical receipts.
It's not clocking to that I'm standing on business, is it?
Freshly sliced receipts just laid out there on the little Subway sandwich of life.
Okay, so I don't have a physical copy of the receipt, but I do have a screenshot.
I am here for their whole aesthetic. Also, I'm here for the receipt.
You can see her name up there, and then you can see the veggies. This is the only thing that I followed.
Literally, look what's on here. Lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, green pepper, onions. Literally everything that you ordered is what you got. Imagine that. Imagine getting what you asked for and being pissed off about it. There's a lesson in there somewhere.
Lettuce, tomato, and no mayo. This happened.
Oh yeah, there was the no mayo. The no mayo situation. Leave the sandwich artists alone, okay? They are crafty artisans and much needed in this world.
Not though. So if you would have called and been hey, my order was wrong, can you remake it? Or came in and was hey, my order's wrong, can you remake it? I would have been for For sure, I will remake it for you because that happens a lot.
Literally, if you had just picked up the phone or sent an email and just said, you know what, my order's wrong, they would have been like, no problem, no problem. We're so sorry. Come back in, we got you, or we got your next sandwich. You know, like decent, human shit you could do instead of posting it to millions of people, complaining about these people, and then maybe sending some hate their way when they're just trying to do their jobs and they literally followed the receipt.
I would have remade it. I would have remade it for her. I would have given it to her for free.
There it is. Simple solution here. Literally a simple solution.
This happens. But at least when I was there, we didn't get a phone call. She didn't come back in. But just for next time, if you come back in, we're really nice. We'll remake it for you. No questions asked, and we'll give it to you.
What more do you, listen, just like, the teacher wants to act like, she made mistakes here and there. And like, why is everybody, all the haters giving her a hard time? It's like, well, why are you giving the sandwich artist, the person just working their job, following the receipts? Why are you giving them such a hard time? And all of this, I'm just imagining, Cam, there's people that are dying. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So it wasn't just this icon showing up with the receipts. Love that for them. Noelle was getting the full influencer treatment because the backlash erupted from her audience who were used to lunch table tea, not public crash outs or whatever we call this, giving us her first ever influencer style apology video.
Let's talk about the elephant, or in this case, the big sandwich in the room.
Okay, we're gonna take this. We're gonna have a moment. We're gonna see how this apology ranks on the super official, totally accurate influencer apology tier list. So we've got low tier, mid tier, and high tier, and a bunch of in-betweens.
Let's talk about the elephant, or in this case, the big sandwich in the room.
Okay, she immediately giggles. I'm just saying, on our tier list, where are we gonna put that? Where are we gonna put the giggle? Because I don't know, does that go to like low tier? Is that low tier apology or is that top tier? I don't know. Well, let's put it like in the mid to top tier range, okay? Because, laughing in the middle of your apology is probably not a good look.
I didn't double check my order before placing it. I was in a rush trying to order it, and I think I clicked something wrong or it glitched or something, and my special instructions got wiped out and reset.
So we literally have the, I didn't check my order. And so like, you're literally saying that the responsibility here is probably on you. You just got messy and didn't look at what you did. And then you decided to berate somebody and their job over it. Okay, cool. So let's put that on the mid-tier ranking. And then, and then there was the deflection of maybe it glitched or something, like the app glitched or something. And so I think that goes in the, actually, I think I'm gonna put that in low tier, okay? Just blaming it on a glitch. I don't know how I feel about that one.
And I just didn't realize it before I placed the order. I was so excited to eat it. I was so hungry. So when I opened my meal and realized that it wasn't what I thought I ordered, I was bummed.
Oh, she's wearing the gray sweatshirt hoodie thing. Very classic apology attire, very relatable. So I think we're gonna put that in the mid-tier range, okay? Well done, she's been taking influencer note.
I also took the opportunity to make it overly dramatic, and it just wasn't funny like I thought it would be.
Okay, so deflecting by saying it was a different time than my humor. I was trying to make a joke and it wasn't well received. Okay, I feel like that's going in like the, I'm feeling like mid to upper tier for that one.
Although it may have come across differently, there was no negativity targeted towards any of the Subway employees.
It literally is like going to be interpreted as negativity targeted towards the Subway employees though, because you were literally throwing a fit over them screwing up your order. I don't know who else you're going to blame for that. The sandwich did not make itself, okay? AI hasn't become that demented yet.
I see them once or twice a week. They are all super nice.
Then why did you drag them? You see them this often, why did you drag them? Okay, that's going low tier effort.
Went in today to apologize to all of them, including the one who made the sandwich, and just to tell them.
Okay, so she did a private apology first, and then public apology, perhaps for views. I don't know. That's giving mid. It's giving mid.
That I seriously appreciate everything they do and all of their hard work.
I don't know that that is true, so very low tier, very low tier.
They're one of only 2 fast food chains in this town, so I just wanted to let them know that they are very appreciated.
Good. That was a good thing to do. So, but it's also very, let's go with high tier. Let's put that at high tier, okay? High tier, yes. In all honesty, it could have been worse. And honestly, we're talking about a sandwich here. Listen, we're just having a giggle, okay? Living in Kansas City, Noelle is a die-hard fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, who honestly, like, I only know about this men in spandex and they tackle each other. I only know about this team because of Taylor Swift's fiance, Travis Kelce, who either like throws a ball or runs with it. Literally all I know is they wear spandex and they grunt and they throw things and then people like, and then that's how I describe football. Go sports ball. But if there's one person who knows the Chiefs better than anyone, it's our sus queen herself. Noelle loves sloths.
Get ready with me to go to a Chiefs game. And I'm wearing a Chiefs shirt because it's game day. All right, I'll see you guys on Monday. Go Chiefs. Do you think we're going to see Taylor Swift tonight?
I have no idea.
Get ready with me to watch the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Ready with me for the Chiefs Super Bowl parade.
So when she wasn't personally invited to the literally the largest sporting events in history, it didn't end well. And if you're noticing a pattern with her content, or should I say a discontent, see what I did there? You might already know where this one is going. Another touchdown for Entitlement. The crowd goes wild. Whoa, whoa, we love the Entitlement. Yeah, it's so great. Yeah, way to go.
The fact that it is the 3rd year in a row that the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, the city in which I live.
We need to read this, what's on screen. She starts us off by saying, my formal application to any lovely brands who would like to invite me to the Super Bowl in New Orleans or a Super Bowl party. Any brand. Any brand. She does not care what brand it is. I don't know why she would think that when she's so clearly, repeatedly demonstrating that she does not care what brand she works with, she just wants the benefits of the brand, the money, the recognition, the free stuff. She doesn't care what the brand is. She has no moral compass or no scruples, criteria for who she works with. I don't know why she thinks that would instill confidence in her viewer when she talks about a brand. That just seems like you're a total and complete sellout.
The 3rd year in a row that the Chiefs have made it to the Super Bowl, and I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah.
Can you imagine being that entitled? Can you actually imagine thinking that you, of anyone on the planet, that you deserve to be invited to the biggest sports event, I think, in the world? I don't know if there'd be some soccer, the other football games out there that'd be getting some massive crowds. But like, can you imagine just like being so entitled? To think that you're owed a sponsorship or owed being able to go to Kendrick Lamar's concert. I mean, the Super Bowl.
It feels personal at this point. It really does.
Wild to act like it's a personal attack on you that you weren't invited by a brand to go to the Super Bowl.
I post about going to the games. I wear my Chiefs gear every single week on Fridays and sometimes on other days too. Sundays, obviously, as well. I don't know what else I have to do. I am such a huge fan ever since
You don't know what else you have to do? Maybe don't shame on brands. Maybe don't shame companies for not reaching out to work with you. Because what do you think is going to happen when you are just brands, shading all the brands, and you're presenting this to your viewers? They don't want any part of this. Who would want to work with someone like this?
Have moved onto Kansas City soil, which I have been living in the Kansas City area for almost 10 years now. Ever since I moved here, I've been a Chiefs fan. Not only that, I've been a football fan my entire life.
So is literally like half of this country. As a teacher, do we get achievement stickers for being a football fan now?
Huge football fan. I watch 6 hours of football every single Sunday. Like, it is my life. I love it so much.
She's also acting like influencers who went to the Super Bowl aren't football fans. Like, how do you know?
And so the fact that I haven't been invited, yeah, I'm heartbroken, especially. When I get to see all of these amazing influencers who get invited every year and they have no connection to either team involved in the Super Bowl and sometimes no connection to football whatsoever.
Like, again, this is her attacking other influencers for just achieving things in life. I don't understand the purpose of that. And what I would have way more excitement over is if she was making this content or she was saying, hey, brands out there, if you would like to sponsor someone in our community, like an underserved a student or something. She's literally a teacher. What if you made this proposal? This would be oh man, I just put together a whole marketing campaign for you in my head. Create a whole pitch to brands where you want to get a group of your students, underserved students, students who are in vulnerable communities, who would love to go to a football game, and you would like to see if a brand would be willing to back and help financially, make it happen, whatever it takes to get these kids into the game. And then guess what? You can attach yourself, because I know you won't be able to resist not doing that, so you might as well do it. You can attach yourself to this thing because you organized it and you made the pitch to brands, and you can then attend the Super Bowl and do something for someone else for a change. That sounds like maybe a pretty great idea. Okay? Just saying.
Yeah, I want to be invited. So just take this as my application. Brands. I love to eat. I love to drink. I love everything.
I love everything.
So
literally everything.
That won't be an issue.
I will love you forever because I love everything.
So if you want to bring me to the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year, I am also a huge Chiefs fan. You will not regret it. I promise. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll not regret it at all. Except why do I feel like then if she didn't get box seats in the, what's with the center field? The 50-yard line, she didn't get box seats in the 50-yard line and wasn't sitting close enough to blow literal kisses that will attach to the players, then she's going to maybe bitch about it on social media later. Oh, they didn't give me the star treatment.
It feels personal that I haven't been invited, honestly. It feels personal. I know it's not, but it feels that way.
That's
Go Chiefs.
I don't even how do I even come up with a response to that, thinking that it is a personal attack that you didn't get invited to the world's largest sporting event.
Okay, I want to talk about the fact that anytime I post a video, anything relating to wanting to go on a brand trip or wanting to work with a brand, and people comment things like, you're so thirsty, what are you doing? This is so embarrassing for you.
Yes.
And why is it that you're saying that? Because when other influencers do that, it's totally fine.
Okay, again, what other influencers are doing this? Because I literally don't see this. And if on occasion I've ever maybe seen something like this, it's someone making a very creative pitch, a creative viral moment pitch out of respect to a very specific brand that they love, that they'd like to work with. That's shooting your shot in a responsible way. She has made content after content after content, literally shaming brands for why they haven't bothered to just come around and work with her.
Do you know how many big creators that I have seen complain about not getting to go on a Tarte trip, and then the next Tarte trip they're literally on it?
She's really fixated on this Tarte trip thing, and that is wild.
Or not complaining about being on a Tarte trip, but
oh, so they're not complaining. You've been complaining all this time, and you said twice now that these creators were complaining, and now you're saying they're not complaining. Okay.
Wanting to go on and expressing that in their videos. And
wanting to work with a specific brand because you love the brand is a very different thing than what she's doing. I don't know why she doesn't see that.
And the next Tarte trip, they were literally on it.
Funny how that works, isn't it? Funny how when you're respectful and you've researched the brand, you use the brand's product, you like the brand, you believe in the brand, and then you make a nice pitch to the brand. Funny how that works.
I didn't see any negative comments on those videos. So why is it the negativity on me when I put forth legit evidence as to why I'm a huge Chiefs fan, why I would be so honored with the opportunity for something like this, and people are just saying I'm a pick-me?
I gave you the marketing pitch. I already gave you the marketing pitch. What you could do, fulfill some kids' dreams and see if you could be a chaperone.
Who, like, yeah, it's not even just the amount of followers. It's just the fact that, like, why can't I ask? Why can't I shoot my shot? Like, why not?
Shitting all over the brand is not what I would consider shooting your shot.
Just like any other influencer. I see so many influencers do it every single day and nobody complains about it. And then they end up getting what they want. They end up getting to work with those cool brands. So I don't see why it's such a problem for me. And you know what I think it is?
Oh, I can't wait to hear. What is this going to be? What is this going to be?
It's because I'm a teacher and people hate teachers.
Okay. You literally have 6 million followers because you make content around being a teacher, which would tell me 6 million people are here because they like teachers.
Like, I'm sorry, maybe that's cynical, but I'm convinced that that is why. I don't know why that's pick me.
You literally said these brands, it's personal. That these brands aren't picking me. Why are they picking these other influencers but not picking me? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I submit my arguments there in closing statements, and I leave it to you to decide. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
And I'm sure the Chiefs will never respond, and I will probably be watching the Super Bowl from my couch as planned, but that's okay. That's totally okay.
Can you imagine feeling so entitled and thinking that the Chiefs, this massive football organization, should respond to you saying you feel like you were personally attacked for not being invited to the Super Bowl? This is next level unhinged to me. Wow. I hate it here. Listen, would it have been nice to be personally invited to the Super Bowl? Yes, it would have, but life isn't a Mr. Beast video. And thank God for that. And brands are specific about the people they bring to a Kendrick Lamar concert. I mean, football. What she should be more interested in, though, however, is what's going on down in her classroom, because while she does a good job of leaving her students out of the picture for their safety and privacy when she's making her content, that's good. They are clearly catching on to her influencer status in school. And honey, when a teenager is forced to wake up at 7 a.m. and gets a hold of some hot, juicy goss, it's gonna catch up with the whole school. And wouldn't you know, one of Noelle's high school students secretly filmed a video of her cussing out the literal whole class in this retro 2023 tirade, which to her credit is very influencer diva of her, but also to her thorough discredit is very of her. So I'm sure that, you know, the beauty brand trip may not be knocking on her door anytime soon. Now, I'm first gonna tee this video up with a clip from her saying this.
Maybe sometimes I curse, but not at school. Or at least not in front of my students.
So yeah, about that. Miss Teacher wants to be TikTok famous, and all she does all day is post videos from school. Maybe she can really go viral now. This is what teaches our students in Kansas, and she still has a job. Do better. Shake my head. So let's listen to this.
Like, not one of my other classes. I teach a lot of seniors. I've taught freshmen. I've taught sixth graders. I've taught sophomores. I've taught juniors. They're 10 years older than you guys have as a whole.
10 years older than you guys have a bubble. How young are these students? You're talking about seniors. They're 10 years older than the students that you're screaming at here? Wow.
You should be embarrassed.
Y'all, when I tell you how disgusting I think that is, I know there's gonna be some people who are gonna be like, listen, sometimes a kid just needs a swift metaphorical foot to the booty. You know what I mean? Like a good stern dressing down from a position of authority. Sometimes that's good for kids, and I hate this. I hate this. Even if I were to try to make that argument, and I feel like there's a Key and Peele sketch that like somewhere in there would make that kind of argument. And I know this type of stuff happens in classrooms. I know it happens in classrooms, but I personally can't condone it. Number one being, these are some of the most formative developmental years of a person's life, a child's life. And this is the type of thing that could stick with them for the rest of their life in a very negative way. And I hate this. I hate this.
All right. We're going to have a conversation now that I've got that out.
Now that I've got that out.
I'm going to calm down now. I know that was a lot. It was a lot for me too.
It was a lot. It was a lot for me too. But you are the adult in the room. It is your responsibility as an authoritative figure, a teacher, an educator. Literally, this is a captive. These kids are captive in your classroom. Or at least they're probably going to feel that way, right? So you have the responsibility as the adult and as the position of authority to not abuse that power and to not speak this way to these kids.
But we have to talk about this because I would be doing you a disservice. Can you get off your phone, Manny, please? I'd be doing shit. Yes or no?
What are you talking
I'm asking you a question.
She's literally berating a student for like being on their phone, and then you can hear this person whispering, take a video, take a video, take a video. And like, you know what? Good for the kids, because this type of thing shouldn't be happening, and so it should be caught on camera if possible, and they could do it safely, because accountability should be had for something like this.
My answer.
Okay, then get out. Go. What about you? Is that okay? Is it okay? Is it okay to treat me like shit? Is it okay to treat me like shit? Ben, is it okay to treat me like shit?
Like, she's literally spiraling here. And get it, I get it. She's human. Well, I don't get what this is. You know what I'm saying? She's human. Human beings can spiral. But again, you have literal children in your care in this classroom. It is your job not to spiral on them. I don't know what happened. I have no idea why she feels disrespected. There are ways to discipline kids who get out of line in the classroom. There are ways to discipline them and to set an example for them. When you grow up in this world, here's how you need to learn how to set boundaries for self-respect. And there's a way to have these teachable moments about boundaries and respect for others. Teachers, chime in the chat. I don't imagine that someone would be like, yeah, you know, sometimes this is warranted, but like, I don't know, am I missing something here? Am I missing something? I don't think I am, but am I missing something here? Because I don't like any of this.
Thank you. I don't deserve that shit. I do not. You know that. And I'm not saying everybody in here treats me like that. Some of you guys treat me with respect every day. But I regret teaching this class every day.
Saying to these kids, I regret taking this class every day is the type of conversation that I don't know. Again, because she's talking about these might be very, very, very young kids. Saying that I regret being your, essentially she's saying I regret being your teacher, I regret taking this class to teach you. That is going to impact kids in ways that you can't even begin to possibly measure, potentially for the rest of their lives. They can internalize that kind of thing. They can internalize it as shame on themselves, guilt, especially the kids who like didn't disrespect the teacher, who were just there like trying to be good kids.
Because the way you treat me. And that's not okay. I can't get through one sentence without somebody whistling, making a bird noise, rolling their chair around.
So she's talking about whistling and bird noises, and she's cussing these kids out over it. I hate all of this. I hate all of this. So yeah, remember that clip that I played from earlier?
Maybe sometimes I curse, but not at school. Or at least not in front of my students.
So this video of her cussing out literal kids in class. I'm fuming on the inside. I'm trying not to bring it out today. We're just having a giggle, but it was all captured 2 years ago, so I'm just a little bit confused. What the hell happened within the school? Because there's like, you know, this YouTube video that had posted it 2 years ago, and it said that like she still had the job literally at the time that it was happening. So what's going on? What are we doing here? I just feel like if that type of thing was going to happen, then there should be at least, the very least, disciplinary action for her, an apology to the students, an apology to the parents, and then have some additional safeguards put in place for the well-being of these young students. Now, obviously, look, teachers are people too. I don't even know the circumstances of what was going on and why she was so enraged, but I do know that you have to contain that And so then when you look at this entitlement, there's like an entitlement about like lashing out that way to the students, but then also you're using the environment of students to make your content, and then you're lashing out at other influencers for them getting brand deals, but you not getting the deals, and then you're lashing out at brands and like the Super Bowl of all things for not giving you like, you know, the red carpet treatment. Like, it's just, there's a lot of entitlement going on here, okay? It must be nice to feel so privileged. You have no idea how many kids, number one, might internalize that and like carry that with them for the rest of their lives. So I just wish she was thinking about that. And then the other thing I think about is like, you literally have no idea how many kids might be living in an abusive household and think of school as their place of escape, of, you know, solitude, of safety for them for a few hours a day, a few days a week. It makes me wonder if she really regrets teaching them every day, like she said, then why does she keep showing up when she has such a strong presence online, 6 million followers? And then it hit me. It hit me like the school bus from Mean Girls.
Take that fake apology and shove it right up your hairy...
Noelle's career as an influencer is directly tied to her career as an educator. It's the same reason she's not getting all these sponsorships she keeps complaining about. So we find ourselves in this really interesting moment in creator culture where people build an entire following around their, you know, like 9-to-5 jobs. But once they finally have enough of an audience to support themselves outside of that job, they can't often leave the job because their entire following is built on them being in that job. It kind of reminds me of this one creator, Hub's Life, who, did y'all hear about this? Built a massive following by posting his daily 9-to-5 routine videos. But when he quit his 9-to-5 to become a full-time influencer, his audience literally got mad about the sudden switch up. So he did the most diabolical thing. And he went as far as renting an office space to fake having a corporate job for his content, allegedly, totally allegedly.
But it's really disappointing, honestly. People want to see you succeed, but just not be more successful than them. And people obviously appreciated the fact that he was just an average person. And now that he's not an average person, by doing a more unique job or career path, he's losing relatability, which is really sad that people think that.
The internet is f***ing unhinged.
If you are from a brand, any brand, and you are coming across this video, I beg you to please watch. Are you kidding me? I asked for no tomatoes and no cucumbers, and what do they give me? I have not been invited by the Super Bowl, by the Chiefs, by any brands. Yeah, it feels personal at this point. It really does.
In the depths of the Suspool, Ms. Noelle Loves Sloth is guilty of two things for sure: cussing out her students and being extremely entitled over brand deals and sandwiches. But, dear Suspirians, I'm still a little conflicted. Not about the cussing out of the kids, okay? That is ridiculous and inexcusable in my opinion, but the whole making content around her job as a teacher thing, like even if she handles, you know, some of it poorly, she's got countless videos that are, I think, probably perfectly fine and helping some educators feel seen in a world of callousness and chaos, and like she is allowed to make that content. But again, she's got the golden ticket to that oh so glamorous influencer lifestyle with 6 million followers on the same app her students are glued to during class, and yet she might be stuck in a job that she doesn't love, maybe, perhaps, and that's bad for literally everyone. Most importantly, that's bad for the kids. When educators hate their jobs and feel miserable, that energy can very easily translate to the kids. So I don't know, maybe she should follow in the corporate guy's footsteps and rent a soundstage replica of her classroom to film in, LOL. She could also just use the green screen. Okay, it's not like I'm sitting here literally floating in a vat of Suspoolian water and a giant moon behind me. Okay, we all know what's going on here. Okay. Meanwhile, to bring the focus back to what I think is most important here, teachers across the United States are so underpaid and understaffed that many turn to TikTok just to fundraise for classroom supplies, not even content from themselves, to try to get stuff for their own classrooms, or they wind up having to cover their students' basic needs out of their own pockets. According to the National Education Association, quote, 16.6% of U.S. school districts offer starting salaries less than $40,000 a year in this economy, a drop of over 10 percentage points from the prior year. However, approximately 69.9% of school districts still pay starting salaries below $50,000, and 87% of teachers expressed concern over low pay and 40% work extra jobs. What have we done? What have we done? And I'm so glad to see departments of educations just being gutted, and that's another conversation for another time. Maybe we'll save that for Patreon. So perhaps stepping out of the cesspool and onto a dry land, okay? Is Noelle's begging on TikTok the symptom of a larger problem that doesn't allow teachers to feel financially stable in their career? Or is she just out here trying to get attention and, you know, the views and the clout, the teaching clout? You know, is she simply too cooked to pass this class and in need of one more year of influencer education here in the cesspool? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I beg of you. Okay, Suspirians, time to step out of the dark waters of the cesspool. Grab a towel and dry off. That's what I got. What do you think of this story? Do leave me your thoughts in the comments. If you want to hear more stories like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel and go ahead and give that little like button, a little tickle under the chin, and let me know in the comments if you have any stories that you would like us to dip into. You can also, of course, grab your very own pieces from the Suspool collection. We have the Valid Ribcage collection, the Unbroken collection. All of these pieces were designed to just make you feel good, to have a laugh with the Suspool, to reinforce that you are valid with whoever you are in life. And I know that you're gonna love these pieces as much as I do. And please do keep tagging me in your outfit photos. I love seeing those on Instagram and reposting you. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to be a real influencer, okay? I'm trying to be an influencer on Instagram, and I'm also on Twitter and Bluesky. All of that's linked below. I post most often on Instagram and also announce, chance to have your thoughts featured in my deep dives on my main channel, Swoop, which I will be having a new questionnaire announced that you can participate in and be featured in an upcoming piece that we are working on. I also do have a full, brand new, a deep dive, a Swoop documentary out on my main channel, and a new one coming, I think, like in a few days from now, more than likely, depending on when this is posted. It's linked below and in the pinned comment. I highly recommend you watch it. We're gonna be doing a piece on the Kendra, the woman who fell in love with her psychiatrist story that exploded all over TikTok. We have an incredibly powerful exclusive interview that I will be featuring as part of that. So be on the lookout. That's happening on Swoop on my main channel. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications so that you know as soon as that comes out. And I always post countdowns on my Instagram stories. Huge thank you to our channel members. I appreciate you all. I hope you're loving the stickers. And to our Patreon producers, you can join our Patreon community for exclusive access to 4 more videos per month. Yes, 4 more exclusive uncensored, unfiltered videos per month, plus the entire back catalog of videos. Those are only available on Patreon. You've got the podcast, extended episodes, and videos that honestly I cannot post here, okay? We can't, those videos will get, they would get removed. Also, dear Suspirians, it's time to be kind to yourself this year and take control of your doctor appointments. No more putting them off the way I used to. Be sure to tap my link below or go to ZocDoc.com/swoop2, that's TOO, to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Take care of yourself because you deserve it, honey. Thanks for coming for a swim. Have a good day out there. Keep it creepy, keep it cute, and I'll see you next time in the cesspool. Swoop!